Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will learn very cool 5 pandas tricks. You must have not heard them or you would not have used them, I'm sure. Right? And they are very cool tricks will help you in day-to-day work. Okay, so let's say I have this simple data frame, right? Let me run it and show you the data frame. So we have name, age, city, salary, skills. Now let's talk about the first trick. So first trick is a df.query function, right? So typically, right, traditionally, I need to filter anything in a data frame. What I have to do, I have to do something like this df, and then I have to pass the condition. So let's say I want all the employees whose age is greater than 30. So I'll pass this condition and I will get it, right? Now, if I want to pass multiple condition, I can use all or I can use ampersand, right? Kind of this and pass multiple conditions. Now, there is a cooler way, right? In a way, you write filters in SQL. Similar way, you can do it. So you can say df.query, right? So you want to query something on this data frame, right? And you can write your condition here. So you will say age is greater than 30, right? You don't have to use this notation. You can just say df.query and then SQL like expressions you can give. So if I just run this, it is giving me the same result. You can even put and condition. So you can say and city equal to let's say Delhi, right? So you are giving two condition, age greater than 30 and city equal to Delhi, right? And you are putting it into double quotes everything, right? And if you run this, you are getting salary, age greater than 30 and city Delhi, right? So this is kind of very cool, right? Because we generally work with SQL and we are used to it. This is sometimes confusing because if you have to give multiple conditions, you have to put it like this, right? And then you have to use ampersand and then give another condition, right? So you have to say this city equal to Delhi. Right? This is how you have to do it. But this is more simpler way I feel, right? Great. I hope you understood it. Great. You can even give or here. Okay. Great. Next trick is very, very nice. Okay. So next trick is use category data type to speed up filtering and save memory. Okay. So for example, I have this city column, right? This is a small data set. We might not see the difference, but you will understand how it helps. So what it is doing, it is storing Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, right? Now in this data set, let's say I have 1 million records. Now Bangalore may be repeating 1 lakh time, right? Delhi may be repeating 50,000 time, Mumbai may be repeating 10,000 times. So we are just kind of storing same data again and again and again. We are storing Bangalore, 100k times, Delhi 50k times, right? What we can do, we can change the data type of city to category, right? So let's see what is the current memory usage of city column, right? So this is 451, right? So let me write it down, 451. This is a small data set, so you might not see much difference. When you have bigger data sets, you will really see the difference, right? So what I'll do, I will convert this column to um, category data type, right? So I'll say category equal to, or let me show you what is the current data type. So df.dtypes, right? Let me show you. So if you see currently city is object, right? Now I will convert it to category. So I'll say df city equal to df city dot as type, and I will convert it to category, right? Great. Let me run this and then I'll show you the df.dtypes again. Great. So now if you see, it is showing me category. It is not an object type, it is a category type, right? Now what is happening when I converted it to category, it is not storing this full string values, right? It is kind of creating a encoding, or it is kind of data compression also we do in the columnar format, right? So what it will do, instead of Bangalore, it will store 0 and it will keep this mapping with it, right? Instead of Delhi, it will store 1 everywhere. Instead of Mumbai, it will store 2. I mean, some value it will store. I'm just giving you for an example 0, 1, 2. Right? So, what will happen whenever you say, give me all the employees where city equal to Bangalore? So, it can quickly find all where it is 0. Right? So, filter will be faster on zero instead of searching Bangalore, and we will save on lot of memory also, right? Instead of storing Bangalore again and again, we are just storing zero again and again and again, and this mapping will be there, zero to Bangalore. Now if I see the memory, right, if I again see the memory, let's see what is the memory now. So earlier it was 451, now it is 436, right? It is a small data set you are not seeing, but with bigger data set that will be a huge difference, right? Almost 10 times less you will be storing memory, right? I hope this makes sense. So we are reducing the memory footprint and also we are speeding up the filters, right? Great. Let's move on to the third trick. So third trick says df.explode column expand list like columns, right? So we have, if I go back to df, or let me just do this, let me comment it. So I'll show you df. So this is my df. Now here if you see the skills column, right, it is a list, right? This skills column is a list. Now many times I want to explode it. I want three rows, one with Python. So Ankit has three skills, I want three rows: Ankit Python, Ankit SQL, Ankit Pandas, right? So you can easily do it using df.explode. So what I have to say, df.explode, and I can pass column, that which column I want to explode, right? So when I run this, you see Ankit has three rows now, right? Same index. Ria has only one, right? If you see, Ria has only one Excel, right? Again, Sam has two, Python and Power BI. So Sam has two, Python and Power BI, right? So you can easily explode it. Basically, you are converting a list to multiple rows, right? Great. Let's move on to the trick number four. Again, this is on optimization. So traditionally, if I have to get, let's say, top five elements in a pandas, right? So this is what I will do. Df.sort values. I want salary and I want in the descending order. So let me remove this first. Right? So what it is doing, we are sorting our data based on salary in descending order. Right? Now we have five rows. So let's say I want top three. So I will say head three. So this will give me top three top three employees with highest salary. Right? This is what it will give. So it will give me Ria, Vikram, Neha. Right? Great. Ria, Vikram, Neha. But we have another function which is n smallest or n largest, right? This is much faster. So what I'll do, I'll say df dot n largest, right? How many I want? N. N means, let's say I want top three. Okay. I want largest three. What? Right? I want salary. So I will pass salary. So based on salary, I want top three rows from df. So I should still get Ria, Vikram, Neha. Let's say. See, Ria Vikram Neha I'm getting, right? I can comment it if you think it is coming from there. So see. And it is much faster. You can even use smallest. So if I use n smallest, it will give me the three smallest salary, right? So instead of sorting and then using head, you can directly use n largest and n smallest. Great. Last one is on reporting. So you have one df.style function, right? It creates beautiful reports, right? So what I want, let's say I want to create a report of name, age, and salary. And in that, each column, I want to highlight the maximum value. So there are a lot of functions in this style, lot of method. One of them is highlight max and light green. So what I'm saying, in each column, whatever is the max value, you highlight that. Right? This is one method, highlight max. You have lot of methods you can check out, right? But if I run this, you will see in salary whatever is the highest it is highlighting. In age, whatever is the highest it is highlighting. In name, based on alphabetical order, right? V comes last, so it is highlighting. Right? And lot of formatting and highlighting you can do. Right? So you can check out this style function. Right? Hope this helps. Right? Let me know if you have used these tricks earlier and which is your favorite list and you are going to use it very soon. Right? Thanks for watching. Have a good day.